Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and welcome to the latest edition of the Muir Reflection. So recently, one of the new leaders of the Democrat Party, far-left socialist Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York, held a town hall back home in the Bronx. And look, I'm going to preface this by saying I am not making any of this stuff up. There's video of it. You can check it out online. This actually happened. So at this town hall of AOC's, some woman in the crowd stands up and starts going on this tirade, and it makes no sense whatsoever. It's actually really concerning and really disturbing. So this woman who stood up at AOC's town hall, this being a supporter of AOC, stated, "We're not going to be here for much longer because of the climate crisis. We only have a few months left." And then this woman went on to say that AOC's new campaign slogan should be, "We've got to start eating babies." Yeah, that's right. And then at that point, the woman revealed a shirt that she was wearing that said, "Save the planet, eat the children." Again, I'm not making this stuff up. This actually happened at a recent AOC town hall event back in New York. And then this woman, she wasn't done yet, this woman in the crowd. She went on to claim that AOC's socialist proposal that would cost roughly $90 trillion, the Green New Deal, the roadmap to socialism that AOC proposed within the past year, this woman in the crowd was saying the Green New Deal is not enough. And went on to say that bombing Russia, because we should do that for whatever reason, that's not enough either. No, it's only going to be enough if we start eating the children. Again, this actually happened at an AOC town hall event in New York City. And at first I'm thinking like, okay, this has got to be some sort of a joke. This is like a conservative plant in the crowd just trying to make AOC and all of her supporters out to be, even bigger nut jobs than we know they are. No, this was actually a serious AOC supporter. This is somebody who's on board with AOC and all the far left nonsensical socialist things that AOC's pitching on Capitol Hill. And she's really saying that in this world we should start eating human babies. Let that sink in for a second. I mean, look, this is just so, it's disgusting, it's wrong, it's absurd, it's so many things. This woman's saying that we should be eating the babies because of the climate crisis. The climate crisis isn't real. It's been totally manufactured by AOC and the rest of the Democrat Party. Keep in mind, for the longest time when they were talking about the environment, Democrats would always be talking about global warming. Did you notice that all of a sudden they just stopped talking about global warming and started talking about the much more general term of climate change instead? You know why that is? It's because none of Al Gore and the rest of the Democrats' global warming predictions actually came true. It turned out to be a bunch of lies. None of the stuff they said was going to happen actually happened. So then they shifted to climate change. Well, no kidding, the climate changes. Even the most minor shift in the climate is technically a climate change. It happens all the time. It's happened throughout time. It doesn't mean that anything nefarious is going on. It just means that there's some sort of a minor change in the climate that it doesn't say 100% stagnant 100% of the time. But people like AOC and her friends on the left have drummed up so much fear about this climate change, saying that we're in the midst of a climate crisis, that you now have morons who believe this stuff to the extent of this woman in the crowd who supports AOC, who believes that because of the climate crisis, we should start eating babies. This is just so freaking absurd. This woman is totally deranged, but you know what? This is what she gets from listening to all the crap AOC and her friends are pitching. AOC just a few months ago was telling a crowd about how the world is going to end in 12 years if we don't all address the climate crisis. Again, a climate crisis that's not real. AOC is not the first person to tell us this. Countless folks on the left have claimed that the world is going to end if we don't address the climate crisis, and every single one of them always says it's going to end in 12 years. The clock never moves. For years they've been telling us the world's going to end in 12 years, but they never move the clock. It always stays at 12 years. And of course that's because if they started moving the clock 12 years after the first prediction was made, it would be exposed that this is a total lie, just like all that global warming crap that turned out to be total lies. So instead they just continue to say 12 years, 12 years, 12 years over and over again, and the clock never moves, so they can always continue to say 12 years. and they can never be proven wrong because, oh, we're still 12 years away, even though we were 12 years away 50 years ago. I mean, this stuff is absurd, and it's dangerous because you got people like this moronic woman in the crowd who are running with the crap that AOC is pitching and claiming now that justifies us eating our own human children. I mean, look, this is the Democrat Party of today. AOC, in reality, is one of the most influential people on the left. She's one of the shot callers in that party. She's one of the leaders of that party. So if you support the Democrat Party, you're supporting the party of AOC and of AOC's followers who are telling you that you should eat your own children. So messed up. That's all the time that we have for today and for this week. Have the best weekends. John Muir Show back on Monday and each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.